Stupid fool. Your poison doesn't work on me.
No need for introductions this time. We have our first mainline entry into the Street Fighter series in just under 8 years. So, is it worth it? Let's find out. The King of Fighters is back. No, not that King of Fighters. The granddaddy of competitive video games has returned in Street Fighter V. Deceptively similar to its predecessors, this sequel drastically deviates itself with more accessible mechanics. But let's focus on the fundamentals. For the uninitiated, Street Fighter pits two players across from one another with the goal of depleting their opponent's health bar through a series of attacks. Punches and kicks are delivered in light, medium, or heavy strikes with varying degrees of speed and damage. Successfully connecting them together creates combos, which prevents your assault from being blocked. Jumping and ducking are used to avoid and modify attacks. Each of the 16 characters have their own individual combos as well as special moves, which are performed by combining a specific motion, say arching down to the right in a quarter circle motion while pressing a button. If you're on the opposite side of the stage, you'll need to alter your input, down to left instead of down to right. Okay, are you done rolling your eyes? Good, let's get to the new stuff. Street Fighter V's latest addition to the formula is the V system. Pressing medium punch and medium kick at the same time performs a V skill, a character-specific ability such as Nas-absorbing fireballs, Ryu's parry, and Rashid's front flip dive kicks. Correctly performing V skills fills the V trigger, allowing for a quick reversal while half empty, while full V triggers can be activated by pressing both heavy strikes. Nash will quickly dash across the screen, Ryu's attack will temporarily become more powerful, and Rashid will send a tornado with high damage. For veteran players, the V system offers a more diverse pugilistic palette, but it's a lifeline for newcomers, teaching strategy by emphasizing proper timing with high reward and empowering animations, bridging early simple button presses into the more complex and rewarding aspects of fighting games such as the flashy critical arts. Special moves have also been significantly simplified. Chun-Li's famous kicks and Nash's sonic boom are both delivered with a quarter circle motion. Fast tapping and charge moves return, such as enhancing Rashid's spinning mixer and M. Bison's double knee press, but their presence is far more limited in this entry. As a first iteration, the systems of Street Fighter V are the best in series history, offering exciting challenges to players of all skill levels. Fan favorites such as Ryu and Zangief retain the spirit of the classic games, while the inclusion of the long-absent Karen and Birdie are a nod to the often ignored but undeniably brilliant Alpha prequels. But it's the new characters that truly round out this roster. Rashid's distance-closing kicks and Laura's grapples make them prime for novices, leaving Feng's poisons and Akali's aggressive attacks for more seasoned players. And sadly, those are the only people who will achieve any sort of progress during Street Fighter V's current state. Outside of a brief introduction with Ryu, there are no tutorials. Yes, you heard right, nothing. Even the game's training mode offers little more than a CPU to fight against while your button presses and data are displayed. Want to practice a particular move? You'll need to check the list in the pause menu. Did you successfully perform that combo? Just read the screen. Still not sure? Too bad. The game's not here to give you any sort of involved guidance. Though this is hardly an issue for anyone familiar with the Dragon Punch, it will completely discourage new players. This is frustrating because Street Fighter V's base gameplay is the most accessible and inviting it's ever been, but it's still a highly complex and technical game. But without a proper tutorial, only ambitious newcomers will overcome its steep learning curve. Worse yet is the absence of an arcade mode, which has been replaced by a laughably bad story mode featuring dull static images with poorly written dialogue. If you've kept up with the Street Fighter narrative so far, you'll find little to take away from these scenes, and if you haven't, you'll be utterly confused. Regardless, boredom is guaranteed, as each character's story takes 10 minutes to complete due to every fight being limited to a single round against brain-dead AI. Honestly, this section is best left unplayed. Lastly, there's survival mode, which plays out exactly how it sounds. Players take on a string of opponents, once again, single round only, while earning currency for extra health and boosts in between matches. Just to be clear, it is currently impossible to have a 3-round fight with a computer-controlled character, and that is inexcusable. But the saving grace of Street Fighter V is its incredible online modes. Players can pick from casual and ranked matches, gaining or losing rank with each match. Capcom's netcode is superb, with lag kept at a minimum for most of my time online. The chance to face off against an endless amount of World Warriors is as enticing as ever. And with every online match automatically uploaded for later viewing, players will be able to recognize the strengths and weaknesses of their approach. So, is Street Fighter V worth it? No. At least, not yet. Every Street Fighter game goes through its own evolutionary process to better enhance the player experience, and Capcom has already outlined next month's inclusion of an online store and a challenge mode, as well as a fleshed out story mode expected later this year. Look, if you're a 2D fighting expert, you're already polishing your main with a $200 fight stick and enjoying every second of this deeply addictive and rewarding title. But if you're not, you'll be left to discover Street Fighter V's intelligent redesigns in the unforgiving world of online play. In short, the game is great, the package is not, and it's only going to improve the longer you wait. Either way, the key is patience. Street Fighter V is currently available on the PC and PlayStation 4 for $60. If you've had a chance to play it, I want to know what you thought. Leave a comment below, and if you haven't, let me know if you plan on picking it up. My name is Colin Tanner, and I'll see you in the next video.